What's good with y'all boys? Today we are back on a very consistent Cran UCH channel. Now today I'm going to be doing a tier list on every single Ultimate Chicken Horse map. Hope you guys are ready for this. I haven't uploaded in a while, but we're back. So that's how it is. Yeah. So we're doing a map tier list. I will be rating these maps based on two things: gameplay and music. So that includes how well the map plays, like how fun it is, how good of setups you can sort of put down, shit like that. Or I will also I will also be rating the music because I care when I get shot at by arrows and have to dodge swinging wrecking balls. I care about the music in the background. Yes, I sometimes vibe to it. So I will be rating based on that. I will also not be rating and making any stupid, boring ass, shitty tier lists or something like that and drag a bunch of stupid pictures to their respective places and shit like that. No, I won't be doing that. I will just be rating from A, B, C. Those are the three ratings. I mean, wow, holy shit, I can't count. Anyways, A, B, C, and there will be no minuses or pluses, just A, B, C, and yeah, A is the highest, B is middle, C is the lowest. Yeah, here we go. Anyways, yeah, let's go. First map. Alright, by the way, these maps won't be in any order. I'll just be randomly judging, alright? So it's not in any order from like newest to oldest or some shit like that. No, it won't be like that, okay? Alright, first map is Crumbling Bridge. Now, this map is so just not good for me. I don't know why, but it's just something about this map that I really don't like. I feel the concept, and I feel the works behind it, and I sort of like the background actually. The music isn't all too shitty too, but to be honest, the map in general overall is just, I know, it's sort of mid. It doesn't live up to its potential. You break these crumbling blocks, and you've just got one piece of rock to the other piece of rock. And I really don't like that you can't even place any good setups really, just because the crumbling blocks. Jesus fucking Christ! The crumbling blocks will actually like break over time with players you play with, so you can't really place down any good setups and stuff like that. So that's something that I really don't like. Also, it's just kind of inconsistent, and I don't know. It's just a bit weird. For the music, I don't really like the music either. It's kind of boring. I see what they're trying to go with, I guess, sort of like a Chinese style, some shit. But it's just not for me. Loki overall, this map gets a rating of C. Alright, so next up is Jungle Temple. This has to be one of my all-time favorite maps, gameplay-wise, and maybe also music-wise. We'll get into that later. But this map personally is just so well made. For a long, long, long time, it was my favorite map, and maybe it probably still is. I don't know why, but I just love this map overall. The gameplay of it, the style of it, just everything kind of just gives off an Indiana Jones vibe. I don't know why, but it's just so freaking cool. It's so well made. You can create a bunch of cool, dope setups on this. And low key, they've added the coin, and then they made like this huge ass giant ball come after you, just totally raising your stress and shit like that. Honestly, this map is so well made. The gameplay of this map is just perfect. It is absolutely perfect. It is just, yeah, it's just perfect. Now, as for the music, I kind of am not really that big of a fan. It's sort of just a fluty music all the goddamn time that I don't really give two shits about. And I'm not gonna lie, I kind of don't fuck with it. I mean, it's just same fluty tune over and over and over again. Yeah, it's just not really my kind of vibe. I don't really like the music, and because of that, this map will be a B, but it is leaning far right to the A because, man, this map is good. This gameplay, the gameplay of this map is just phenomenal. Seriously, one of the best maps ever created. Alright, so next up is Rooftops. This is one of the earlier maps that were created, and honestly, this map is still one of my most favorite maps to play. Now, when you start Ultimate Chicken Horse, you start with two maps. This is one of them, and I always prefer this one. I always do. Because this just plays so well. It's such a simple design. It's just one building and another building. And there's not that much to it, but honestly, the amount of good setups and shit like that you can create with this, it's amazing. It's really, really good. Now, as for the gameplay itself, like, okay, they did just add just one building and then just another, and sort of you got to make your way across, and it's not that much detail or like add on to gameplay, and I will admit that. But there's something that definitely makes up for that, and that is the soundtrack. Ladies and gentlemen, this has to be one of my favorite musics in the entire game. I swear to God, I love the song they put on Rooftops. I don't know why it is, but they kind of like put a jazzy vibe into it, and it works so freaking well. I don't know why, but it's just so fucking good. Low key, this has to be one of the best songs in Ultimate Chicken Horse. Um, Me personally, I really love the gameplay that sometimes comes with it too. You can create a bunch of cool setups and stuff like that. Honestly, I will give this map an A just because of the soundtrack. If the soundtrack wasn't that good, then it would be a B, and the A is leaning more towards the B just because it's just two buildings, but you can still create some dope ass setups. But the music, man, oh damn, the music is what definitely completes this map. W map, OG map. Yeah, I love it. It gets an A. Here, have a listen to the song. Ladies and gentlemen, behold the newest map in Ultimate Chicken Horse, called just simply Island. Now this map, oh, it's a big one. It's a big one. Not just is it a big one, but the amount of attention to detail. Holy smokes. Now they really hit the mark on this one. Not just the gameplay alone, but I'm gonna be honest, the soundtrack is definitely buzzing too. Now, this is the first map where I was actually stunned when I first played it. First time when I always play these maps in Ultimate Chicken Horse and they come out new and shit like that, I just tried it out myself, before watching any videos like that. But oh my gosh, is this definitely one of the best maps once again ever created. I really didn't think that Ultimate Chicken Horse could pull off like great maps anymore, but damn, this really hits the mark again. Now, Island is kind of like this map that switches between two different play modes. You got both day and you got both night. And I'm playing this map, and then it turns night, and then all of a sudden, this giant fucking bell comes down, and I'm like, what the fuck is this? Okay, it's probably just like decoration or shit. Bam! You hit that shit, and just a giant ass kraken comes out and tries to eat you alive. So, I mean, damn, I was not expecting that, but Jesus Christ, the design on this map is so cool. Like, I love the Kraken idea, and I love what they did with the map itself. The idea of having two different, like, sort of modes in one map, man, it's just so freaking amazing. The gameplay is so cool. We got these two rafts, and whenever it turns night, the water rises, so it kind of creates a bunch of different setups you can actually set up with this, which is so freaking amazing. Like, you can have two different setups in one game. That's just fucking amazing. This map is just so well created. Seriously, the developers hit the mark on this map so well. I am not gonna lie. Now, as soundtrack wise, to be honest, at first I was kind of a tiny bit disappointed when I first played it, because it started off and it had this kind of like hula music, which, yes, it does kind of fit to the beachy vibes and stuff like that, but it's just kind of cliche and a bit uninteresting. And then all of a sudden, the night music came along, and I was, damn, holy shit, this adds to the suspension and to the stress and to the excitement and to the adrenaline. Like, this is amazing. This soundtrack is so buzzing. Like, it is, honestly, it is so good. I'll have you guys listen to this, but holy shit, it turns really good. It starts off bad with the day. Me personally, I don't like the day soundtrack, but they actually switched soundtracks too. So this is the only map and the first map where they actually put two different soundtracks in a map. I keep saying soundtracks or music, whatever you guys want to call it. All right, have a listen. I mean, come on, you can't just say you don't like that because it's actually fucking sick. Honestly, this map gets for me it gets a straight A. They really hit the nail on this one. Very very good job to the developers. All right, moving on. And ladies and gentlemen, our next map is Old Mansion. Holy frick, I feel like this is just the best 1v1 map. I don't know why, but I always find myself 1v1ing a player on this map if it's not a custom map. Now, I don't know why, but I just love this map. Just pretty much everything about it. The dynamic, the details, the gameplay, and honestly, it just hits the mark on everything almost. You know, it's a very good map. It has this cool ass elevator that goes up and down, which you can create a bunch of cool setups with. You know, honestly, overall, even that the fact that this map isn't really the biggest of maps, it still hits the mark on a lot of things. And honestly, gameplay wise, it's a really good thing. It's a really good gameplay map. Now let's move on to the soundtrack itself, and oh my god, the soundtrack does not disappoint either. I swear to god, this soundtrack is really good too. It really fits the map and gives it sort of like a dark, eerie vibe, and that really fits well with this map. I don't know what it is, but it is just so freaking good. I don't know what it is, but yeah, it just works so well. Have a listen, guys. Overall, in my opinion, this map is very well made, both the gameplay and the music. Very well done, developers. Once again, this map gets an A for me. And so next up is Metal Plant. Alright, Metal Plant. Now I know what you're thinking. Metal Plant, you know, damn, I haven't played Metal Plant in years. I'm gonna be honest, I haven't either. Low key, I feel like this map is so underplayed, it's really forgotten. It's really forgotten. But still, despite that, I still think it's a pretty fun to play map. I get the concept idea, you know, kind of moving blocks all around with a bunch of glue so you can put parts and traps and you know on the glue, and it's really really fun actually. It can be fun at times, but then again it can also be pretty shitty. You can't really create any cool setups with this, which is kind of unfortunate. But if you're looking to play more for the fun wise reasons, then I would agree that this map pretty much hits the mark of fun gameplay. Low-key, gotta be honest on that part. But yeah, I don't know. Metal Plan is, you know, the gameplay isn't bad. It isn't good. It's just, it's the most mid map that you could think of, really. In my opinion, that's the way I view it. Metal Plan is just so mid. As for the soundtrack, isn't really much better, nor is it much worse. It's also just a mid soundtrack. Just everything about this map is mid. Just everything about this map is so mid. It could not be more mid. It's not bad. It's not good. It's just fun sometimes to play, but it's not really a map that you would go out of your way and like actually play. Sort of, if you feel what I'm saying. I don't know. The gameplay is pretty fun. The soundtrack is okay, but it's just mid. It's just mid. For me overall, it gets a rating of B. B. Alright, next map is Toxic Tower. Now this map is also a new map. It came out together with the map that I covered earlier called Island. This map is it came at the right timing because I feel like Island is more like a fun-based map where this takes it a little bit more serious. I feel like, and I don't know why, but I kind of get the feeling that this map is it's okay, you know, it's not too much, but The first time I played this map, you have this propel thing in the corner, right? And I really thought that it's gonna like move up and down and stuff, but in the end, it didn't turn up moving up and down, which I really wish it did. It would have been, I don't know, I don't know why. It just would have made things so much cooler. But anyways, I think overall gameplay wise, this map is pretty fun. Like I like the design of the map. I like the gameplay of the map too. I like the little waterfall of toxic waste that's being dumped every so many seconds. Yeah, I don't know. It's a cool map, low key. Now I think that they could have done a couple of things better, maybe like um I don't know, let's say not put the goal in such a weird place, maybe like made it a little better or something like that. I don't know, I'm just saying things, but overall I kind of like Toxic Tower. It's not too bad of a map. It's an okay map. It's definitely playable. I definitely play it. I like playing this map. For me, it's kind of mid, to be honest. As for the soundtrack, as for the music, it's also kind of mid. It does fit with the map. I will say that it does fit with the map, but I just feel like it's, I don't know. It's just also kind of mid. Overall, this map is pretty mid. It's okay. It's leaning more towards the A side, but for me, it will be a B. I'll give it a B. All right. For a new map, I don't think it's that bad. I think it's okay. I think I like the idea. I like the design. It's just gameplay wise and soundtrack wise, it's kind of mid. All right, B. All right, moving on. We've got one of my more favorite maps. It's called Nuclear Plant. Holy smokes, this map really hits the mark. It is such a good map. I don't know why or what I like about it. Technically, it doesn't seem all that much fun, but honestly, the things that you can create with this map, it's amazing. Loki, it's such a fun map to play. I love the idea behind it. It's just so freaking great. You have this elevator that you go up with. You can place like a bunch of stuff down, and it really creates like stress and adrenaline going to like move from side to side, stuff like that. You got like multiple ways that you can go or either block off whatever you want, but this map overall, it just really hits the mark well, actually. And I don't know what it is, but they just really did an amazing job creating this map. Overall, it has to be one of the better maps ever created. Gameplay wise, I definitely fuck with it. It's definitely a very good map to play. For me, I love playing this map regardless of whatever. I don't know. I love playing this map. It's really well made. As for the soundtrack, it's really well made. It fits good. I love the soundtrack too. I mean, the music fits good with the map. It's amazing. Overall, I'm gonna give it a A. All right. Anyways, I'm gonna let you guys listen to the soundtrack, and overall, this map gets from me an A, straight up. All right. All right. Next up is Pyramid. This map is a OG classic. It's a banger overall. Now, the design itself is really simple. It's got like this moving giant statue that I really love, and pretty much 90% of the randoms I play with that are not good just end up dying to the whirlpool of sand. And it's a really cool and innovative idea. It's just that it gets very, and I mean very repetitive. It gets so goddamn repetitive. Everyone wants to play this map for the first time, and I'm not gonna lie, for the first time, this map is really good too. I find this map amazing when I played it for the first time. It's just when I go to like random public lobbies or even non-public lobbies, and I get people that vote for this map, I'm just like, God damn it, not again. It's just because I've played this map way too many times, and that's no hate to this map personally, but honestly, I just can't deal with it. It's just so terrible. This map, I don't know why. It deserves it deserves a good spot. It's just me personally. I really can't vote it any higher than B. I know a lot of people are gonna be mad at me because just said that, But come on, I'm gonna be honest. This map is just it's a good map. It's just that I've played way too many times and just gets way too repetitive for me personally. All right. Now, as for the soundtrack, I gotta be honest, it's not that much very special. First time, once again, it sounds cool, but then again, it's like kind of repetitive. It kind of has this pyramid vibe. It does fit well with the map, like kind of an Egypt vibe. I don't know. I like the map, me personally. I don't mind it too much. Gameplay wise, it's okay. Soundtrack wise, it's also okay, but it's not gonna get any higher than a B for me. Next up is a map that started it all. This is Farm. Now, oh my god, this brings back so many classic good old memories, and I'm not gonna lie, it's a good starter map. Um, these are one of the two first maps to get, along with rooftops that I covered earlier. I don't know why, I really like this map. I like the design. I like the dynamic. It's a farm, It is a farm. All it has is a bunch of hay, a tractor. It kind of got like a mower which kills you, which I really find innovative and creative. Actually, low key, I'm not gonna lie. They also put down like a silo. It's a very very cool and innovative idea for a map. The only problem I have is that it's so goddamn small. Like, holy shit, you run out of space in the second round that you start placing shit. I don't know what it is, but you run out of space so quickly. This map is just way too goddamn small. I swear to God, it's unplayable. It is so small. Like, yeah, this map is definitely one of the smallest maps ever created, and that's why I unfortunately don't really much like it. It's sort of a mid slash mediocre map. As for the soundtrack, it's okay. It's just yeah, it has a farm vibe and it fits well with the map, but the soundtrack, I mean, yeah, it's mid. It's mid. The map overall, it's mid. It's a B for me, more leaning towards the C for me personally, just because it's so small and you run out of space so quickly. And I like the idea, but maybe they could have probably executed it a little bit better. But it's an okay map. It's definitely one of the best starter maps we could have ever asked for. So I guess they did a good job on that. It's just me personally, I couldn't go out my way and play this map again. All right, this map for me gets a B. Moving on to the next map, it is Pier. Holy shit, this map is pretty cool. Love the idea behind the map, this sort of tsunami wave that keeps coming and brings you like a ton of stress and adrenaline. I love it. The amount of stress you get when this thing is chasing you, I mean, it's honestly insane. I always just try to hide and wait for the wave to go away, but personally, sometimes you can't even avoid that. You can create a bunch of cool setups. You can create a bunch of cool ways to complete this map as well. And honestly, they did a really amazing job on the gameplay of this map. The design itself is pretty cool. I love everything about this map, gameplay wise. I don't know, it just hits the mark really, really well. I like the big ass wave that keeps coming after you. I just love it. I really do. I really absolutely love it. Now, as for the soundtrack, and this is where it really disappoints because I really hope that with such a good map, they would have added a cool, dope ass, exciting soundtrack. Now, take the soundtrack from a map that I will cover later called Roller Coaster, and I'll put that in this map. And I swear to God, it will fit perfectly. It's like it was made for this map. But sadly, unfortunately, they didn't do really that well on the soundtrack. I feel like personally. But gameplay wise, I really love this map. Like, I love playing this map. I love everything about it. Gameplay wise, they really hit the mark on this one. Well done. For me, it's gonna get a B because of the bad soundtrack, but because the gameplay is so good, it doesn't get a C. It does get a B. All right. Alright, next up is Metro. Now this map is really okay. This map is well made. I want to say personally, I love the idea behind this map, but I don't know. I feel like they could have executed the idea a bit better. They low-key just made the like rail tracks impossible to be on. Like the only way for you to cross is either with blocks or the train, the metro itself, which is kind of sad. I mean, I really wish they wouldn't have blocked off the like trails like that. It would have made an interesting map. It would have been for an interesting map. Me personally, I think they should have kept that shit in instead of like making it all lasery and lightningy shit like that. Anyways, I love the idea behind the map. The gameplay wise, it's okay. I haven't played this map enough to tell if it's really good or either really bad. It's just that it's because it's like under the ground at the treehouse. You can't really see it, and pretty much no one ever selects it. So that's why I've almost never played this map, me personally. But the map itself, it's okay gameplay wise. I don't mind it. It's just that it's not really that good. I feel like they could have done a bit better. And as for the soundtrack, I mean, I'm gonna let you guys speak for yourself. No, overall, me personally, I don't mind the soundtrack. It's a lovely soundtrack, as a matter of fact. The only problem is that it does not fit well with the Metro map at all. Like, it doesn't add like an exciting beat or anything. Like, you've got this huge ass subway coming at you, trying to like kill you, and then it's just like this cool, calm, collected music, chill. So that's why it's kind of like weird. It doesn't really fit. I don't mind the music. It's not the best music, but it's not the worst. Overall, the gameplay, I don't really like it. There's not much space. You can create cool setups with this. That's why I like it. And it's just narrowly a C for me. Honestly, it's a C, but it's leaning more towards B. All right. Next up is Mainframe, and holy shit, man, I love this map. Sort of, and I sort of don't, because its design is really cool. You're kind of like playing in this computer CPU thingy, and it's really freaking dope. You see these two ass big ass blocks in the middle, and these little dark green blocks that appear. Well, you can actually they will actually appear next round that you play, so you will actually be able to like interact with them, stand on them, stuff like that, and create setups around them and stuff like that, which I find really really cool. The only problem is the amount of inconsistencies this carries along with it is crazy. Just because you don't know which blocks are being placed or which blocks are going to be placed. Now you can sort of manipulate this, but not really. I mean, honestly, it is definitely some of the most inconsistent mapping that I've ever seen in a game. Um, which is weird, you can't really create setups. You place cool ass, dope ass setups like on one side, and then it just completely gets blocked off, and you're kind of like, fuck, there goes my setup, and you kind of just have to like build around it again, which is sort of annoying. It creates kind of like a crap ton of problems at times, and Loki, this has to be the map where I've been like impossible all the time. With that, I mean it's just been impossible to beat just because of the blocks placement, and it's always been made impossible. Not really because we tried to make it impossible. Like we did it on purpose. We do it on purpose. No, we don't do it on purpose. But because these green blocks just kind of appear like everywhere, and you don't really know where they're gonna appear, and that's why it's all inconsistent, and it kind of makes everything pretty much impossible always. Now, sort of the gameplay for me, it's kind of mid. It's really mid. It's sometimes it can be fun, but more often it cannot be fun. It can be really annoying. So that's one thing that I really dislike. However, let's move on to the soundtrack, and just hear this one out, guys. Just hear this one out, and you'll see why I'll give this map an A after all. shit, it brings me shivers every time I hear that. Like, holy shit, this has to be one of the best soundtracks of all time. Maybe not really, just because it's that one bit that's really good, not necessarily the whole bit of music in this map, but just that one bit is just so freaking well done. I don't know who created this, Vibe Avenue or Clever Endeavor itself, but whoever created this, man, they're a genius. This is so freaking cool. I love this bit. I love everything about that bit. Honestly, this thing carries this map to A. Like it just does. The gameplay itself, and if the soundtrack wouldn't really be any better, then kind of probably would be a C for me. But low key, this one bit it just sends shivers to my spine. It's just fucking insane. It's absolutely insane. I love that bit of sounding. I guess that's how you say it. I love this music. I love everything about it. This is very, very, very well done. Very good soundtrack. Very good soundtrack overall. Gameplay, not so much my favorite because of the inconsistencies, but the soundtrack, holy shit, freaking dope as fuck. Alright, gonna give it an A. Next up, we have No, 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 no. No, next up we have a roller coaster. Holy smokes, this map is amazing. I feel like this is definitely one of the better maps ever created. This map for me is a genuine banger. It does everything pretty much well. I love the idea of the roller coaster just constantly trying to like hit you, and every single time. So you kind of just gotta like watch your step every single time, and kind of just duck every single time. I love it. I mean, I love everything about it. The gameplay itself, it's amazing. They did a phenomenal job at this. A fantastic job for me personally. I really love the gameplay of this map. I really, really do. But if there's one thing that I love more than the gameplay itself, it has to be the soundtrack. The reason why is because it fits so freaking well with the map. Just a chase kind of music. It gives like a, I don't know why, it just gives off a very, very good sound. It's kind of like a chasey sound and kind of like a adrenaline music type of sound. It's really freaking awesome. I love this map. The soundtrack makes it all the more freaking better. And if the gameplay wasn't already good enough, the soundtrack definitely is. Overall, this map is definitely a sweet ass banger. They did a fantastic job on this. Me personally, I have to give it an A just because it is so well made. The soundtrack and the gameplay, both of them, they did a really, really good job at this. Alright. Alright, next up is. Hold up. No, 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 no. I do not want to talk about this menace. No way. Nope. Nada. Mm-mm. Next up is Waterfall. This level is one of the better levels that has ever been created. It has for I think when I first started playing Ultimate Chicken Horse, this was definitely my favorite map at first. I don't know why, but I just loved everything about it. It has a crap ton of space. It can be fun, and just that little switch that you always have to make for like always going up, and you can create a bunch of cool ass setups with this. Not like a lot of other maps, which usually force you to like go other ways and set up other setups and stuff like that. But with this, you can really push it to the max, push it to the limit, and it is just absolutely amazing and insane. They really did an amazing job on this map. Me personally, I love the gameplay itself. The map itself is just kind of mid, but then when you start placing your blocks and your traps and your setups, that is when it really hits. That is when it really gets a lot better. Honestly, Waterfall is, I think it's also definitely a fan favorite just because of how cool of setups you can like put on this map. I don't know if that's true though, but me personally, I really enjoy playing this map gameplay wise. As for the soundtrack, I really love the soundtrack too. And by the way, true story, I actually once fell to sleep listening to this, and I don't know how, but then sometimes I just get dreams of arrows getting shot right at me and stuff like that. Anyways, enough of me. That was crazy, but this map is insane. I love it. I love everything about it. The gameplay, the soundtrack, everything. Just have a listen for yourself about how good the soundtrack is. Overall, I'm gonna have to give this map a straight up A. It is so well made. Love the gameplay. Love the music. Everything about it is freaking great. W map. Alright, next up we have Dance Party, and this has to be one of my least favorite maps of all time. I hate this map. Just for one reason alone, is because I can't see, and whenever I play a game and I avoid traps and stuff like that, and scary shit that will kill you, then I'd like to see. I like to see what I'm doing, where I'm going, and all this black that's covering your screen just it doesn't help with that. I really don't know. I like the idea of dance party, but I just really do not like the execution. It's so poor. I mean, I fucking hate these lines just covering your entire screen, and not all of these lines are the same. Like I think there's like three different rounds of like lights that will cover your screen, but either way, it's just fucking stupid, and it's annoying when you can't see what you're doing. It's really annoying. I've never liked this map ever, and honestly, this map is so fucking shit that whenever I play it, I just back out. I really don't like this map. It is terrible. It's absolutely terrible. However, that doesn't include the soundtrack because I love the music behind this map. Sadly, unlike the gameplay, um, not sadly, like unlike the gameplay, this music fucking hits bomb. It's like the bomb. It's it hits the mark. It's so fucking good. I swear to God, everyone used, or I think at least everyone used this music when they created their own maps because this music was just so good. I swear, and it still is to me. It is still one of the best musics in Ultimate Chicken Horse. I think it's definitely up there, like number two spot. I don't know. It's just such a good song. I swear. I just wish the gameplay would have been a lot better. But yeah, I'm gonna have you guys review it and see for yourself. Overall, I really like this music. Unfortunately, the gameplay is absolutely horrible, and honestly, I wish it was a lot better. However, it is what it is. I would rate this map a straight C, but despite this shit gameplay, I really love the music behind this, and because of that, it gets a B for me. Alright, next up is Windmill. This map is an OG favorite. I feel like a lot of people have this map as their favorites. Like a lot of people that I've played with have this map as their favorites. But me personally, I'm not that big of a fan of this map. Personally, I don't mind the map. The broken silo is a good additive. But once again, like I said, I like to see when I play the game and you're kind of just in this silo. And whenever you're stuck in this silo, you kind of just climb your way back on top. And it's just, I don't know. I hate when you can't see in the map. I just hate it. But despite all of that, I like what they have done with the goal. How they've actually made it move. It adds a little something, some cool, some like cool setups you can create around maybe. There's two ways you can go up and stuff like that. And I don't mind this map. It's not all that bad, but I'd say it's probably the most mediocre map that has been ever created in Ultimate Chicken Horse. I don't think it's bad. I don't think it's good. It's mediocre. As for the music, it's also just mediocre. It's kind of like, has like a dark, eerie vibe, which I sort of fuck with, but then again, I kind of don't. I wish they had created like a cooler bit of music. I don't know. It's the music is fine, I guess. It's just maybe it could have been a little bit better. And the gameplay too. Like maybe they could have added a bit more to this broken silo and stuff like that. Maybe something. I don't know. But I like how they made the goal move and shit like that. It's a cool concept. It is definitely a cool concept. Gameplay wise, it's mid. Soundtrack wise, it's even less mid. But it's yeah, it's just a mid map, and that's why for me it's getting a B. At most, it's getting a B. All right, next up is next up is Volcano. Volcano is fiery, very fiery lava. I think of lava when I think of playing Volcano. This map, overall, it's not that good. I really don't like this map. Two reasons. The blocks move up, and I don't know. Is there really a map that you can like create good setups with when your direction is not going straight up, but you're sort of moving not really horizontally and not really, I don't know, you're kind of moving diagonally, maybe? I don't know, you're just kind of moving sharp, in a sharp line upwards. And that's why you can't really create any good setups. Only towards the start and the finish, really, which it occurs with a lot of maps. As for the music, it's not that good either. It's kind of boring, it's kind of shit. Gameplay is shit, music is kind of shit too. Overall, this map gets from me a C. I know I'm gonna get a lot of hate for that. But honestly, in my opinion, I really don't really like this map. I don't like this map. It's gonna get a C for me. Oh, um, yeah. No, thank you. Next map is Ballroom. Now, Ballroom is it's kind of ballsy, if you feel me. I don't know. It's not really that good of a map. I like how they did the angle of the finish, like it's upside down and it's kind of hard to reach. I like that idea, and yeah, it's pretty well done. But honestly, the map itself, it's kind of it's not really that good. It's like a bunch of chandeliers, and kind of have to like build a bunch of setups around it. And now that sounds good. Now, if it weren't for these starts that keep changing, yes, every round you change to a new start to a new chandelier, which creates inconsistency, and that's why some of the setups just get completely wiped away, and you can't really create any good setups towards the start, which is kind of annoying. But it's what it is. But to be honest, I like the idea of three different starts. It's just not really well executed. I feel like it could have been maybe a bit better executed. I don't know. Ballroom in itself it's an okay map. Gameplay wise, meh. I like the aesthetic. I really like the aesthetic, though. I will give it that. The aesthetic is nice. I really like the aesthetic, But just the gameplay itself, it's kind of nah. It's kind of bad. It's kind of bad. I don't like it. I really don't like it. As for the soundtrack, as for the music, it's not that good either. It sort of fits with the map, yes, but I don't know. It's just not that intimidating or really enjoying. It's nothing special, to be honest. I feel like maybe this soundtrack was a bit rushed, but the map itself is not really that bad. It's also not really fun to play. I don't know. It's kind of weird. It's kind of a weird case, but me personally, I don't really like playing this map. To put it short, I don't like playing this map. All right, there you have it. Now, because of that, I'm gonna give it a rating of C. All right, last and finally, last but not least, we have the also almighty, ever good, all the while best map of all time. Oh yeah! Now let me tell you why this map is good. Are you ready? Alright, here it comes. And with that being said, I hope you folks enjoyed this video. Now, I'm not gonna lie, this took me quite a while to make, so it would be nice if you guys click the subscribe button. So yeah, well, just help me do that. You know, I will try to be more consistent in my uploads. And once again, remember, please don't bombard me with hate comments. Just drop your own opinions if you'd like to, but please don't drop some crazy ass heat on my ass because I gave some bad ratings on your super also favorite maps. My bad. Okay, these are my opinions. That is my opinion. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Anyways, yeah, I'm gonna tag out now and be tuned for what comes next. If you subscribe and click the bell, you will find out instantly. Just saying. All right. Anyways, guys, thank you guys for watching this video. Thank you so much. Pleasure to make. Pleasure to meet you again. And all right, I'll see you next time.